my name is Dani. Welcome back to my channel, Current Chapter. Today I want to tell you all about my experience at the MTL YA Fest that happened yesterday. So let's talk about book events. Yesterday was the second annual MTL YA Fest. It happens at the Jewish Public Library here in Montreal, and it's a whole day of talks and panels and Q&A with YA authors, all about their books, about their writing process, and about everything related to what they do. So I want to share with you everything that happened in the event and all the talks that I went to and just everything. It was so much fun. I had so much fun. To start, we got this amazing tote bag. It's so pretty and it's huge. And it came with a few really cool things. So one of the cool things that came in the bag was this pin. And because I went with my husband, we got 2 pins. So they're different colors and they're really cute. I really like them. We also got a bookmark from Babar Books, which is a bookstore here in Montreal. They were sponsoring the event and they were selling all the books there in the event. We got a free cup of tea from David's Tea, the program for the event. And something really cool that I was not expecting at all was that we got the first 8 chapters from Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. This book's coming out on November 5th, and I'm very excited to get a sample of it. It's really fun. So these were the things that we got in the bag, and now I'm going to tell you all about the event. Like I said, it happened at the Jewish Public Library, and it was the second year that it happened. I wasn't here last year, so I didn't go, but this was very fun. Also, I'm not being sponsored to talk about the event at all, just that I had a lot of fun and I wanted to share with you guys. And here are some of the sponsors for the event, if you're curious about it. And let's go through what happened. So first there was an opening statement talking about the event, talking about what was going to happen in the day. And then they separated the rooms into 4 rooms. So every 20, 30, 40 minutes, depending on the talk, one of the talks was happening, and you had to choose one of the rooms to go to for the talks. So the first talk I went to was Who Runs the World Girls, and there were 5 women who write powerful female characters, and they were talking about their books. They were talking about how important it is to have powerful female characters in the novels. They also talked about how they grew up and who were inspiring women while they were growing up and now for writing. Just very cool to hear. And they talked about real people and fictional characters and other authors. So that was very interesting. After that, I went to a talk called A Whole New World. And there were some of the same authors there from the first one. I'm going to leave the link for the website with the whole schedule in the description so you can check that and see everyone who was in every one of the talks. And for this one, they were talking about creating a new world. And that was amazing for me to hear, just to see where it comes from. So some people take the new world from history, some people take it from like just our days today, and some just build the whole world around a character. So they started the character and the world comes after. So just the different processes of creating a new world and the magic system and all the creatures that go in that world is amazing. And for the next 20 minutes, it was a Q&A. So in each room there were 2 authors. We sat on a circle and talked and asked questions. And I talked to Tim Y. Jones and JF Dubeau. I have never read anything that they wrote, so I was kind of interesting to just meet them and see what they were like, so I would get interested in their books, and that actually happened. I'm super interested in reading what they write. JF Dubeau wrote a horror novel that I'm super interested in reading now, so it was amazing to just find new authors that I didn't know before. And then we had lunch, which was provided for us, and we sat in this cute patio outside, and I forgot the name of the guy who was playing violin, but he was amazing, and it was just an amazing time. After that, it was a game part of the event. Each of the rooms would have 2 authors playing a game, and we would participate with them, The internet didn't work very well for that. We were supposed to be playing Harry Potter Kahoot, and it was kind of a struggle to get that working. So I had to leave that earlier because I really wanted to get to the talk right after that, which was called Path to Publishing. There were many authors in this talk, and it was just amazing to see how they got published from the beginning and how the industry works now. So if I ever get the courage to start writing a book, I kind of already know what the options are and what to expect. There was a huge debate about having an agent or not having an agent in there with some of the authors. It was kind of interesting to just see the different perspectives, because for some people it's crucial that you have an agent to help you get published, and for some people they just think it's not necessary, especially in Canada. So to each their own. It's a different experience to everyone, and it was just cool to see the different perspectives that they had. Then I went to a talk called YA, so it was about the authors talking about why they decided to write for a young adult audience. And the conclusion that we left after this talk was that it really doesn't matter. YA has changed in the years, and no one could really point out what makes a book YA. So is it just the age of the character? Not necessarily, because you can have a teenage character in an adult book or in a middle grade book, or it doesn't matter. Also the theme, so there are YA books that are more sexually graphic, there's a lot of violence, there is horror YA, it's like terrifying, so that's still YA. So the conclusion was that it really doesn't matter. It is more about the experience each person has with reading than the actual age classification of the book. And last but not least, I went to a talk called Daring Debut. So it was all about publishing your first book, which again, if I ever write a book, I will be concerned about publishing my first book. And that was also amazing to see how they each got their first book published and how they went from that, like, writing is just a hobby to this is actually something that I want to do with my life. So it was really cool to see authors that are kind of just beginning, but I already look up to them so much, and they wrote some of my favorite books, so that was very inspiring. Then we had a snack break, and we went back to the patio, and they got an Inuit throat singer to sing for us together with the violin, and it was so cool. I had never heard that type of music before, and she was so into it. She was having so much fun, and everyone was having so much fun that I think it was just amazing. It was just like something also that I could never have expected that I would experience during the event. Event, even in the closing statements, they were talking about how it was not only about book, but about book, music, and food, which are three of the most amazing things in the world. So it was amazing. And then there was a raffle draw, and I didn't get anything there. I would love to show you guys, but that didn't happen. That was unfortunate. But I did buy something. So after that, it was the closing statements with a keynote from Team Y Jones and the author signings. So before we went to the author signings, we really wanted to get a book from one of the authors that we met in the event, that she just inspired us so much, and she really made us want to read her book, and we wanted to get it, and we're going to need to get it signed. So we bought a book there, and I also bought 2 bookmarks. So the bookmarks are just adorable. So Out of Print had a booth, like a stand there, selling some items, and I got the 2 bookmarks there. They're not from Out of Print, but they were selling it, and I thought they were adorable. Isn't it cute? So this one says, I'll keep your place, and this one says, just one more chapter. And they're both owls. Look at this. This is so cute. I love this. My cat hasn't discovered this charm things yet. That will be a problem when she does. And the book that we got there was The Marrow Thieves by Cherie Dimaline. This is about a dystopian future where people lost the ability to dream, and there is one indigenous community that still has that ability, and people are kidnapping them to try to take away that ability to dream that they have. That concept is just amazing, and this is on Voices. She just talked about it with so much passion, and everything that she was trying to not just teach, but to inspire with this book about indigenous communities in Canada was so amazing that we just was super interested in reading this book. And it's kind of short. I'm probably gonna read it soon. And we got it signed. So excited. The other books that I got signed was Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. Okay, no, it's not it. The Last Namsara by Kristen, Ciccarelli, which I'm still reading. I didn't finish it yet. And she signed it. All the signatures were personalized, and she also had a postcard map with her world from The Last Namsara, and also a card with an art of Roa, which I'm guessing is someone from Caged Queen, or someone who's going to show up in this book later, because I don't know her yet. So and last but not least, the one I was most excited about was Crown of Feathers. Also signed, also personalized, and I'm so happy for this because it was one of my favorite books that I read lately. And she also had one of these cards, has a map on one side and this art on the other side. And she mentioned that this was one of the potential covers for the book, but it didn't end up being the cover. So she asked to have that art, to just have that in cards and print cards so she could give them away. And this is really amazing. It's really pretty. I mean, even if it was this one, the cover would be awesome. It's also cool. I think in the debut panel that they talked about how they have zero input in what the cover is going to look like. I didn't know that. It was very surprising to me to learn that. I thought they at least got options to choose from, or at least they would give an idea of what it should look like. But no, they're just waiting to learn what the cover of their book is gonna be, and they really don't know. And that's just, I really didn't expect that. Let me know if you have been to any conventions and festivals like this before, what they're like. I really loved MTL YA Fest because it was kind of still small. There was a lot of people, but it was not crowded. I could go to any talks that I wanted. I could sit. I didn't have to stand up. It was everything very well organized for the amount of people that was there. There was not a huge line for the signings, which was amazing. It was something that I was worried about. So let me know how the other conferences are. I'm not going to BookCon. I would love to. Let me know what it's like there. I want to go next year if I can, so I really would love to hear what your guys' experiences are at other festivals. Remember to like and subscribe, especially if you want to hear me talk about The Marrow Thieves when I read it. And also check in the description. I will leave the link for the website. Check all the authors that were there, all the books that they published. The way they talk about their work just made me want to read all of them, even if it's a genre that I don't usually enjoy. They're very passionate about it. So it was really an amazing thing to see. It was very inspiring. So I just wanted to end this video with a thought that Cherie Dimaline talked about in one of the panels. And it's that books are the last form of magic spells that we have. So what she said, and that I thought was very inspiring, is that a magic spell is nothing more than words put together with a purpose, and the intention of changing something for someone. And that's what books are. You just put words together and you help to change at least one person somewhere in the world. And I think that's very beautiful, and that's something that all of us who love to read can relate to. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you can, look for next year's festival, because it for sure is going to be even better than this one. Thank you. Bye.